Welcome all. So I'm starting the readings for the full moon eclipse in Sagittarius. It's going to be a very, very intense few days around that. Maybe some of you feel it already. Then there are a few planets right now in retrograde, so there's going to be a lot of like ups and downs, right? So yep, I feel it. I feel it also because this is going to be my last reading here in Israel. I'm going to go back to Europe next week on the 3rd. That's why I'm doing these reading a little earlier, but of course I will post them like 2 days before the full moon. So, and I feel it, I really feel it, because I'm packing and I'm moving, and I'm not like moving forever, but it's like each time when I leave I feel. And this time I'm leaving and I don't know what's gonna be out there, really, like on the airport and with all the constrictions. And, you know, I'm just gonna be accepting what is, right? I'm just gonna be in my center, and that's really what we want to become, centered. Because this eclipse in Sagittarius is creating an honest world. This is where we look at how can we find the truth. Now the truth has many facets, has many way of looking at it, right? Depending of, I'm sitting here and I see like a 6 drawn here, and you sit there and you see a 9. So you say it's a 9, and I say no, it's a 6, and no, you say it's a 9, and it's both are right, right? If there is right and wrong, there's never really right and wrong. There's just this moment. And Sagittarius is a very angelic kind of figure in the traditional tarot deck. Let's see if I find the Sagittarius right now. Is that, yeah, here. Is that guardian angel that we actually have over us, and it means temperance, right? So this is the classical picture of Sagittarius, temperance. And as you can see, he has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on earth, meaning he is balancing between these dualities. Now what's going to happen is that we are finding a minimalistic lifestyle appealing again, like we downsizing. And this is what I feel right now, packing. I'm looking at all these things that I have, and I'm like, do I really need this? No. Does this feel like quality? No. Does this feel like a person made it and was enjoying making it? No. So I get rid of it, right? So right now, while I'm packing, I'm looking at my things, and I'm like noticing, I'm like, I don't, no, yes, okay, no. So I'm noticing this is like what's coming up. Like I'm going deeper. I'm already buying organic, fair trade. I really looking at everything that I do right now in the most honest eyes, right? My eyes are like literally looking at everything like, okay, what was happening here where it was made? I'm not just like, oh, it's a product, and oh yeah, I buy it, right? So just so that you know what's gonna come up to you, right? We're reducing stuff, right? And I saw this quote, or saw this like video, and he said, if the industry is collapsing within these 8 weeks, then we really only must have bought garbage, right? For something to fall apart, like we all of a sudden become like aware of like what's necessary to me. What do I really need? Do I need 20 pair of shoes? No, I need one good pair of shoe that I can walk in, maybe one with a heel that's classic that I can wear to every outfit, right? A sandal, a sneaker, and a boot, right, for the winter. And it's like I kind of like trying to do the number 10, because of the 10 cards, right, we have as like that 1 to 10 life like cycle, and try to have like 10 shoes, 10 pants, 10 t-shirts, 10 jackets, 10 bags, like just minimalize, right? So just to give you an idea a little bit what's happening. So this is my picture for the Sagittarius. It's the forward bend. It's like coming into the absolute union of you connecting the lower self with the higher self, right? And also one foot in water, one foot on the ground. But here it's like I'm connected to this lotus that rises through the muck, rises through the subconscious into the light, right? I'm not finished yet with the picture. I'm like still working on some details, but when I take the picture for the video, it will be done, right? But so right now you get the idea of, this is for me the Temperance card, right? And also like connecting it to a yoga pose, right? So this is your own guardian angel, like when you go deep within and realize what is really going on, right? And you breathe here in this like sometimes even difficult pose for some people. The hamstrings are not open yet, and it's like there's a lot going on, right? So yeah, so that's the pose for me for this eclipse, right? And I decided to do the reading a little bit different. I usually start with the sign that's happening, and right now I want to just see which one of the players are coming first, and this is how I'm going to do the reading, right? Put it a little bit lower so you can see what's coming out. So I just want to like change it up a little, right? So it becomes also interesting for you, but also for me. I want to, since I just started this, right? I do reading for a long time, but on a public level, this is pretty new, right? So I hope you enjoy it. And I also want to thank all the subscribers that already subscribed to my channel. I think it's like now I'm 35 people. That's the number 8, infinity, right? Each time I'm like so loving it, and I am so grateful for the trust, right, that you're placing in me and subscribing, because I love it, right? So let's see, right, in the order. They're coming out. That's how I'm going to do the reading. Come. Okay. All right, now I cannot shuffle with 2 cards. That's a little difficult, so I will put them one after the other. Boom, boom. There we go, right? So this is the order that I'm going to do the reading. So one more time. Some of you ask me, what is this like? I'm not like, someone said like, okay, something weird with the court cards, like, and the sign, right? So when you see a reading from someone else, right? And let's say the Knight of Swords comes up, right? I will actually put it down below in the description. I will explain the dates in there so they stay there, so that you can always look when your court card comes up, or when a court card comes up from someone like, you know, coming into your life. So the Knight of Swords is actually from the 10th of May to the 9th of June, right? So if you're born there, that's your card, right? Which is completely different from then the major arcana. The major arcana is really the astrological zodiac sign date, right? From the time that it's being published everywhere, right? But the court card, they variate a little bit, because we have no pages in there. It's only the knight, the king, and the queen, right? Those are like the major characters divided in the time frame that I'm gonna post down below. Okay, good. So this is the reading that I'm gonna do, right? So I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups. So a lot of action first, right? The Knight of Swords, a lot of knights. Actually, all the knights, they're like came together. Then the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, right? This is how I'm going to do the reading. This is very interesting, right? So all the knights, all the messenger, right? So there is a big message coming to us, and I'm really looking forward to each of you, what the message is going to be on this like full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, right? For sure the angels are watching over us. For sure the angels are going to help us to go deeper and find a solution and find the light, even through this darkness, right? This is what the lotus flower does. She is reaching up and she is finding the light no matter what. That's what plants do, all right? Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Aquarius. This is your full moon eclipse in Sagittarius reading on the 4th and the 5th of June. So you are, this is you in the court cards. It's just that you know again, if you're born between the 9th of January to the 7th of February, right? If you're born in that time, this is your court card. So the King of Swords is a very clear, sharp thinking personality, and this Sagittarian energy that's coming through this eclipse, which is again this card, right? So you see it again, is like this angelic energy that's gonna come and awaken us, help us, right? And I see it in this picture as the forward bend, the bowing down, the letting go of the mind, and really going the way nature goes, finding the light within you, within that dark space when we close our eyes, right, and find the light. This is then the lotus flower as that symbolism for that. Now you have from your past the full moon. There is this full moon, it's like it's showing me that this full moon is going to be quite significant for you. There's a shift happening in you. There's a change happening in you. And I think this change it's been for a while. You also have the Six of Pentacles behind you. It shows me that you're very like clearly in the awareness of give and take, right? Black and white, right? The balance of it. This is where temperance comes in. Temperance means noticing the ecosystem and really not abusing it, right? So this full moon is going to give you way more clarity than you ever thought of, because in the center of your reading is the World card. So the World means there's a huge ending, a big chapter ending, and this is what's gonna happen on this full moon eclipse. You are going to notice something huge shifting, right? Because that's what the cards are letting me know. So if it's not resonating with you, what I say, right, always look at your ascendant reading, and if not, then it's just not for you, because these are general readings. What's crossing the World is the Page of Pentacles. The Page is the young new generation that's now coming in and taking over the world. And you are one of them, right? You can be either an older generation that helps the young generation to build this new paradigm, or you're a young one that is actually absolutely ready to say, the age of Aquarius, world, we're coming, okay? And you will see in a minute why, right? The young energy is now asked from. Now in your immediate past, and remember, everything is circular, there's nothing like, you know, past, present, future, but there's still inhale and exhale, so there are momentums, there are loops happening, right? And there is the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about juggling again, right? Black and white wolf, up and down, inhale, exhale, everything is in co-balance. Nothing is always in the light, there also has to be dark. And you understand that. You are having a clear awareness of that. You just now starting to make shifts and changes in that to implement this awareness in your life. Now, below you, you have the Three of Cups. You have a great foundation of friends, family, good people around you, right? You support it. You know that you can, you know, be with this tribe. You can hang out with this tribe, and this is what's gonna wanted is this honest, truthful new world. With whom can you create it? Only with your tribe, with the people that you feel extremely connected to, that you know they're also doing the right thing. They're also working on bringing this new shift and paradigm into this world. Above you, you have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, again, is an awareness about things we have to let go. And yes, there is more to this. There's two more cups, right? So it's usually 3 cups are spilled and 2 cups are still there. And we tend to see more the 3 that spilled than the 2 that are still there. And that's in your head. So you were like dealing with a certain sadness, with a certain awareness about this planet, and it kind of like brings in a certain sadness. So this is the only kind of negative card, which I don't see really as negative. I just see it as like a depth, right, behind this personality. When you see this King of Swords, like a very intellectual human being, you'd be like almost a little intimidated by, right? But then when you know that there's also this behind the king, this king becomes all of a sudden different. He's more approachable. You can see, oh, he also went through some difficulties. There is a certain sadness in him, right? So, knowing that a certain sadness is needed for us to also to evolve and shift and grow, right? We only grow through the dark, through the negative. The positive makes us grow too. That's establishing. When everything goes smooth, that's when we establish ourselves. That when we like sink into this chair and say, wow, I did it, right? And then you cannot sit in that chair forever and be like, okay, here I am, I'm not gonna move, right? It's like you gotta get up, and the moment you get up, it's like you can fall, you can trip, anything can happen, right? But that's again when you learn, when you grow, when you shift. And it shows me, because you have again a page of swords, and it's that young generation that I talked about here with the page of pentacles. So you have this young generation around you, or you are this young generation that is going to bring in the new ideas for this paradigm, for the age of Aquarius, for this new shift, right? That you're going to experience and in this full moon time very clearly. You really established yourself. You really, in your core, you're very strong, and you hold the world. You are the world, right? You are in center stage right now, because this is the age of Aquarius. Everything that's happening is the age of Aquarius right now. We are moving into the new technology, into this new kind of thinking. Technology with social connection, bringing the old and the new together, right? It's really beautiful to see that you are in your place, Aquarius. All right, so let's give you also a mystical shaman oracle. For your meditation in this full moon eclipse. All right, let's see what wants to speak to you this time. Oops. So many fell out, but only one flipped over, so that's the one I'm going to keep. Wild woman. I'm going to blend it in while I read it for you. Wild woman. Love it. 62. 62 is the number 8, which is your number as the star. Right, so there's a connection. 62, and you are the number 17 in the major arcana, the star card. And there are 8 stars in it, which is the number 8. So the wild woman is coming to you as the number 8. The essence. When the wild woman dances into your reading, she reminds you of the essence of authenticity and freedom. Divested of all. Divested? I think divested, okay. Of all social constraint and cultural conformity, the wild woman holds up a mirror to your essential self. The true essence of who you are and who you've meant to become. She is a reminder of the bright light within each of us that gets dimmed by the restrictions imposed upon us by the expectations of society. She reminds us that in order to be fully present to life, we must uncover that light and let it shine brightly, regardless of the perceived consequences. Right? That's you. The invitation of this card. When the wild woman comes to dance in your reading, you're invited to shine brightly and to know that your true self is being called out to engage the world. This is a symbol that your long-held dream is beginning to make root and wants to be expressed. Your authentic self doesn't fit in a box. It needs the freedom to shine. It's time to have courage and step into the light. The wild woman says, shine brightly, dance with abandon, be yourself and let the Great Spirit decide what happens. You'll be happy you did. Right? So there she is, right? In the center, dancing with her tribe. Supported by the young generation. Beautiful, Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Na, 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 na. I wish you a beautiful full moon eclipse meditation. I know you're going to have a good time with yourself, with your tribe, with the wild woman inside of you. Thank you for watching. Namaste.